Who's next on my list? Rory, are you here? Please do come forward.
At your last meeting on March the 2nd, this chamber was told that Cambridge had something like the 4th worst air pollution in the country. That's not true at all. In fact, as regards PM 2.5, the City Council's own latest air quality status report notes the following. Source apportionment using the DEFRA background maps shows that most background PM 2.5 in Cambridge has a regional component of around 95%. The background estimates in Cambridge are around 10 micrograms per cubic metre. Whilst Gonville Place saw a similar reduction in 2020 due to the pandemic, reducing from 14 micrograms per cubic metre annual mean in 2019 to 11 micrograms per cubic metre annual mean in 2020. Levels remained above background, suggesting there is an additional contribution of up to 4 micrograms per cubic metre of PM 2.5 due to vehicle emissions. Cambridge City Council has considered setting targets for PM 2.5 reduction, and we welcome the introduction of targets under the Environmental Bill, although the potential to achieve significant reduction is limited by the high regional contribution. There are few measures that can be undertaken locally that will specifically reduce the small amount of PM 2.5 produced locally. Regional, national, and international measures will be more effective. Our council is aware that it's widely understood outside this chamber that although the climate emergency is a pressing matter, the real necessity for the congestion charge here and now is to enable further speculative development of the city. Do councillors know that the target set out as one justification for the congestion charge for the GCP to help create 44,000 jobs by 2031 was met in 2022? Do councillors know that the concomitant delivery of housing due by 2031 is merely on target? Do councillors understand that development which eviscerates communities and scatters them to the winds and which entrenches and exacerbates inequality is, by definition, unsustainable? Is this what this GCP stands for? Thank you.
Thank you very much. In terms of the air quality, Lynn, do we have a response to that?
Yes, happy to give a response to that, Chair. There are varying measures of air quality, and there's quite a lot of detail on air quality set out in the outline business case. I would just flag that there is in general no accepted safe level of poor air quality that doesn't cause health benefits, and that the Centre for Cities in its 2023 Cities Outlook noted that Cambridge was the city with the 8th most days of poor air quality in the country.
Thank you, Lynn. In response to everything else, I mean, there are only very, very few short comments that I would like to make. Is the GCP aware that it's widely understood that the program is to enable further speculative development in the city? I mean, we might be aware that people believe that, but it's not true. Do we know that we have created, and the region continues to create, more jobs and more homes than were planned for in 2015? Yes, we do, and that's partly what we're trying to address, including the delivery of housing. Do we understand unsustainable growth? Yes, we do, and that's what we're trying to avoid happening. Unsustainable growth is what happens if you just don't do anything to control it. Is that what we stand for? I would suggest not. Thank you.